I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. Let that be known before we even get too far in this video. I don't know what I'm doing. We're trying to rebuild an 8.5 rear end. Pray for you, boy. God is everything. Without God, I'm nothing. Alright, man, so first and foremost, I'm gonna start this video off by cleaning this rear end up, trying to clean up the best I can, and put some paint on this thing, man. So this is part 2 to the part 1 series, man. If you haven't seen part 1, if you haven't seen where I dropped the front, then I'm gonna link it up here for you to watch later. Not now, watch it later. But anyway, we finna crank up the pressure washer. I hope it crank. It been out the door. Don't ask me why. But anyway, we finna crank up the pressure washer, and we finna try to get this thing cleaned up the best we can with straight water, and then I'm gonna go get some stuff and scrub it and all this and that. We're gonna make it look the best we can. We're gonna let it dry overnight. We're coming back with some black paint, and we're gonna try to make this thing look good. And then we're gonna take the cover off and get into all that, cause that's the part I ain't excited about, cause I don't know what I'm doing. So, like I said in the beginning of the video, pray for your boy. Man, I couldn't even begin to explain to y'all how mad I am right now, man. This whole thing of fluid just wasted all over my floor. Some fell out of the side of the tube. I got the axles out of both sides. I ain't worried about that right now. Bump it. I'll get it up later. But I think these were 16s. Supposed to be 16 millimeters. Take those 2 caps off, and this carrier should come out of here. So let's try that, and let's continue learning as we go, man. These were for sure 256 gears, man. This is, y'all see how big? I don't think I've ever seen a pinion that big, man. That is humongous. That is a humongous pinion, man. I've never seen one that big. Here's another shim that was about 8 up. No idea where it came from, but something that was about 8 up. Like I said, I think I did this just in time, man, because I think I was gonna have a bad day here soon. Sit that over there, and I think I was supposed to try to take that loose before I think I was supposed to take that nutter loose before I took the actual pinion out, I think. We'll see. Anyway, I'm finna spin this thing around and try to get that bolt off. Alright, man, completely bare. Nothing in there. Knocked the seal out of the front. Got bearings to get out. Still got to get the sealing all out of here. Oh, I know I want a new nut. Trying to decide, do I want to just see how much a whole yoke is too. Just put a whole new yoke on it. We'll see. We'll see, man. I'm finna go ahead and put me a parts list together. In the meantime, man, I'm gonna go in the house and get the new one, and I'm gonna compare the new 342s to these 256s. Alright, man, so here are my new 30 spline Mooser axles. Mooser. And come to the back of Iron Man. Here are my new 342 gears, and here are the old gears. But let me show y'all the difference in this size. Hold on, let me get this thing. If I can get this plastic pulled off of here. Hold on, I'm gonna prop y'all up right here. Real quick while I get this plastic off. Check out the difference in the size of that one versus this one. We'll put it right beside it and then give y'all like a top-down view. This one is way smaller. If this is a 342, I can only imagine what a 373 or 410. I can only imagine what a 410 looks like. So this is a 256 versus 342. So this is a major jump. And here is the pinion right there. And this is the old stuff. And get all this out the way. This is the new boy. Posse, eating posse. So that's what we got for that. So whole setup right here. But what I want to do is get this bolted on here and then start trying to get this fitted, measuring. I bought a crush sleeve eliminator, so I got to measure all this and try to see if I can get this off so I can see what size shim is up under there. I don't know how I'm gonna get it off, but try to figure out how I'm gonna get this off so I can see what size sleeve is up on it. Not sleeve, spacer or whatever it's called, but see what size is up under there so I can do about the same on here. Alright guys, first thing I want to do is clean this surface up just a little bit. I mean, pretty much been in a bag in a box, but we still gonna take a clean rag and wipe it. I think this was basically a brand new unit, bought off eBay, and it already had the bearings on it. They don't have any grease in them, so I'm assuming somebody just pressed them on and that was it. So we're gonna ride with these bearings. Hopefully we're gonna take the chance with them. Hopefully I don't have to take them back off. Hopefully I don't take the whole rim back apart. I know y'all said better safe than sorry, but we're gonna be sorry this time. All right, let's see what we got. All right, so here's what I've seen people do is take a bolt and get that bad boy started. But I gotta get my hose lined up first. I ain't got no hose, don't y'all do that. My wife might be watching that video. Put this new thing back in here. Sit it back in there. I don't need that right now. So here's my challenge, y'all. Trying to get this thing to line up so that I can thread a couple bolts in here. But oh, they reverse thread. Y'all, I forgot that fast that these things were reverse threads, y'all. Bought me a set that had all new bolts in it. It's a Yukon gear and axle rebuild kit. And now I'm gonna take this thing over to the vise and start tightening these bolts down, you know, going over till it pull it up. This is what I seen somebody do, so I'm gonna try that first. All right, guys. This is not in, but it's sitting in there. I just want to see it in there. I just needed some confirmation. But anyway, man, this is the carrier sitting in here. All the bolts are torqued down to 90 foot-pounds, and I use that vise over there. So I gotta figure out what's next, cause I don't know. I know it needs shims and all that stuff like that. I think I got to do the back, the pinion first. But I just want to see what it looked like in there, man. So this is a quick check-in. I gotta go watch some more videos because I don't know what I'm doing. So all right, guys, so the next thing we got to do is this thing. I need to get this off so I can see what size sleeve is on this pinion. The only option I got right now is I'm gonna try to heat this thing up, try to see if I can get it hot enough to where this will just slide off. I seen somebody try it, it didn't work, but I figured I would try it. If not, I'll either rent or buy a separator. So fire in the hole. Alright guys, y'all saw that. Success. Still hot, so I still got the welding glove on, but this is the size sleeve I might need. And here's my pilot. I keep trying to say pilot bearing. Here's my bearing I'm gonna use as a setup bearing. I'm gonna take it and ground out the insides so it's a little bit bigger, so it'll slide on my other one so that I can use this one to test. I learned that off of YouTube. Once I get this stuff figured out, I'll be back with y'all again. We're gonna get this thing done. I'm new to this, but I'm true to this. I'm gonna figure this out. All right, guys. So checking back in with the 8.5 for Iron Man. Still is out. Been a while. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. This is in the same video, but this has been a long learning curve, but I think I got it. So let's talk about it real quick. Sit y'all down right here. So I got it covered up because I didn't want any dirt, dust, or anything to get back in it. But everything is in, everything is assembled. Actually, I think I did a pretty good job. It's actually really smooth. Really smooth. Really smooth. All new bearings, all new bushings. Got some backlash. The backlash in there. Pattern looks really good both ways. And I think we good. So all I gotta do is, I gotta find a razor blade to clean up this edge. And I'm gonna go ahead and get this cover back on it. We're gonna get this thing back up under the truck. We still got to change the shocks on the truck. So still got a little bit more work. Turn this little light on for y'all right here so y'all can see a little bit better. There we go. Let y'all see the pattern if y'all can see it. So pattern is like right in the middle right there. So that's, from what I understand, that's what you want. So yeah, man, pattern looks good. Everything is right. I used a crush sleeve eliminator instead of using a crush sleeve. That made it so much easier. I didn't record all of that because it was just a strenuous process, putting it together, taking it apart, torquing these down, testing it, checking the pattern, shimming the pinion, because I went with an 8.6 sized thing. So my shims were different, and my pinion was a little different, but I was able to get it figured out. I mean, I had people trying to charge me thousands of dollars to do this, so I had to figure out how to do it, because gotta be honest, I did not want to spend the money. And I said, hey, it'll be a good thing for me to learn how to do this. So this is what we got. Everything looks good. I got to find a razor blade, like I said. Once I find a razor blade, we putting the cover back on this thing, and we're gonna get this thing back up under the truck, and we're gonna lower the truck down some. Hopefully this thing stays together. I think I pretty much figured out how to rebuild a rear end. And for what I understand, it should be pretty much the same across the board. I did buy new axles because this is a 30 spline unit and it's 8.6. So I bought 30 spline, new 30 spline axles. I do have to still order the studs. I don't know if I want to go with longer studs because I got rallies and the cap has to go on those rallies. So I may just go back with some shorter studs until I decide to change the wheels. Unless I just run the rallies without the cap, but I don't want to do that. So what else, man? I'm gonna check this pattern one last time before I put this thing back together. But like I said, I got to find a razor blade before I do it. So let me look for a razor blade, man, and I have y'all on a time lapse while I try to get this thing back in the truck or back up under the truck, because I still got to do the leaf springs. I know I hadn't showed y'all much of the process, man, but it's kind of hard to teach somebody something when you trying to learn yourself. So that's why I haven't been really like, you know, saying, hey, this is how you do this is how you do that. But if that's something y'all will be interested in, if y'all will let me know, I think I got it. We gonna see if this rear end stay together. Now, it ain't no power going through this thing, so I know when it comes to your power, it's more critical, you know, at that time to making sure stuff is more on point. So, but anyway, man, let me find a razor blade so I can get this thing good and cleaned up, good and scraped off, and we're gonna throw the cover on this bad boy. We're gonna be done. All right, guys, so now that we got all that done, what I'm gonna do from here is just set the cover on it, making sure cover works, no gasket on it or nothing. I'm gonna just put the bolts in and then just hand tight them down. That way we just keep dirt and dust and everything out of here. But man, y'all look at that. That in itself gotta be worth 30-40 horses to the wheels. I'm gonna say 50 horses to the wheel. The way that looks, man, that looks ridiculously good. So, but yeah, like I said, we're not gonna put anything on it right now. We don't want this to be permanent because I still gotta put axles and all kind of stuff in it. But man, that I'm finna fool some people now, but they finna think so many Iron Man now. But anyway, man, I'm gonna bolt this down, and we gonna either, I'm trying to decide if I want to go ahead and try to get this thing bolted up, or do I want to wait, because I still got to finish up the leaf springs. I'll show y'all the leaf springs in just a minute. But yeah, I'm gonna do this and I'll let y'all know what's next. 6 PSI, and we'll see what the car does. Alright, guys, so here are the leaf springs, and I've painted one side of them, but I haven't painted the other side. They are wet. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and try to see if I can heat these up before I paint the other side. See if I can heat these up and get the new bushings put in this thing, man. So that's what we getting ready to try. Hopefully this works, because I don't have another plan. So we gonna go grab the torch and we gonna heat these bad boys up, see if they come out. Wish me luck. Alright, guys, so after all that torching and digging, I got all of the old bushings out. I now have to see, there's a sleeve around it. I don't know if I gotta take the sleeve out or if the sleeve stays in. So let me figure out what's next, and I'll be back in with y'all once I get all this stuff wrapped. I'm gonna just wrap all this up, come back in, and then I'll talk to y'all after that. So, all right, guys, so I read the instructions and realized that these sleeves do have to come out. They are a bit of a headache, but I got them out. As you can see, I got the new polyurethane bushings in there. Man, the polyurethane is definitely the way to go. Way easier to get in and out. I won't be using regular bushings ever again. After putting those in, ever. Give me polyurethane and I'm done. I got to get this sleeve and the other sleeve out, but I do got a technique to it now. So got to get these out. I'm gonna put a coat of black paint on this, and that'll be done. And then I still got to do a coat of black paint on that one. And we're gonna start getting this thing back assembled. All right, man, leaf springs done, rear end done. Next video, we'll have this thing out.